So for me, there was a time where I actually literally picture that movie scene where the guy's in the bathroom and he's got his hands on the sink and he's looking in the mirror. That actually happened for me. And I'm standing there looking in the mirror and I'm talking to myself and I'm like, Rick, what are you gonna do? You're getting out of the Army. You have to get out. You're being forced out. I didn't get a medical. I was allowed to make it to retirement, but I couldn't be a soldier anymore, and that's all I ever wanted to do. And I looked in the mirror and I said, I want to hunt and I want to fish. I want to be in the outdoors and I want to get paid to hunt and fish. And that was kind of the beginning of the dream, the small business dream, the entrepreneurial dream, the first step toward Wild Jaeger. I'm a very outdoorsy person, so since I was born I've been in the woods. It started as a young child. All I ever wanted to do was be in the military. My father was in the military, so I wanted to be like my father, and from there I just spent all my time in the woods as a kid. Start having little fires, cooking food, going fishing. I went hunting for the first time with my father at the age of 15 and harvested my first whitetail with a shotgun in New York. Hunting, it's my roots. It's where I come from, and so after 20 years in the military, I couldn't be a soldier anymore. I said, well, Rick, what do you want to do with the rest of your life? And I said, I want to hunt and fish. And so Wild Jaeger became, and from there it's just gone. And that's all I do now. I hunt and fish for a living. So Wild Jaeger is a marketing company first. We represent products and brands. So starting with a brand like Snipe and Strike, and then Snipe and Strike makes camouflage, so the product. We're brand ambassador. We represent Snipe and Strike in a positive way in 19 different countries in Europe. So Wild Jaeger's main purpose is to represent hunting companies in the European theater of marketing and sales of hunting products over here. And it's a very niche market, believe it or not, to do what we do. So marketing for products. What we did was we figured out that the Europeans do not market like we do in America. They don't get the Tiger Woods selling Nike sneakers model. So it's kind of easy to come in and fill that void when there's no competition. A lot of times I say this, I can look left, I can look right, I can look behind me, and I can look in front of me, and there's really nobody doing what Wild Jaeger is doing right now, representing any type of hunting product in Europe in 19 different countries, creating advertisements, photographic and video, in 19 different languages. And I run that. So as a retired Special Forces officer, that was my job, to be culturally aware and of the traditions and culture within the countries that we operated in, so that we didn't become, the ugly Americans, so we could melt into those societies. And I apply that to Wild Jaeger. Hunting as a whole, specifically bow hunting, makes you a better hunter. I've never been such a hunter as I was when I started bow hunting. When you have a rifle and you can shoot out to 150, 200 meters, yes, it's hunting. It is hunting, and it does take a hunting mentality. It's still giving back to the environment. It's doing a job. But what I learned just recently, there's 10 rifle hunters for every bow hunter, or maybe even more. As bow hunters, we have to do the right thing all the time. We have to take ethical shots. We have to practice, practice, practice. A rifle hunter may shoot his rifle in one time a year. A bow hunter will shoot his bow every day. A good bow hunter. And then it's the camouflage, it's the scent free, it's always checking the wind. You know, as a rifle hunter or a shotgun hunter, I was never so keen to the environment as now that I'm bow hunting. So now that I'm a bow hunter, I'm always in a mental state of bow hunting, even when I'm out rifle hunting. If the wind shifts and changes and I feel the wind blow on the back of my neck and it's going toward the animal that I'm hunting, you know, that's a bad day. At 150, 200 meters, I can still salvage that situation. In a bow hunting situation, it's probably that stalk is probably over. Hunting is a necessity. You know, when you take a hunting course and you begin your education as a hunter, you learn words like habitat, and you learn about overpopulation and what that does with disease. And I mean, we have enough diseases in the world today without having overpopulated animals in any country or any environment, where those diseases can transfer from those animals into either the animals themselves when we're consuming them, or from those animals to the animals that we're eating, the farm animals, or just creating havoc with large populations, overpopulations of animals, and then to have these massive culls or deaths created by disease. And that's what hunting does. Hunting is about protecting the habitat, protecting the animals, and doing that for the people.